LSU beats Iowa to win its first ncaa women's basketball championship. The LSU Tigers defeated the Iowa Hawkeyes 102-85 Sunday to win the program's first ncaa women's basketball national championship in Dallas, Texas. LSU shot a blistering 58% from the field in the first half, including 75% from three-point range. The Tigers' 59 first-half points set a new record for most points scored in a half in a women's championship game and gave LSU a 17-point lead headed to the locker room. The Tigers' first-half barrage was sparked by Jasmine Carson, who came off the bench to score 21 points for LSU in the opening half, including a perfect 5 of 5 on three-pointers. Carson finished with 22 points to lead the Tigers. After the game, Carson described the game as surreal. "Every player dreams of being on a big stage like this and having the game of your life, and for it to come to fruition, it meant a lot," she said. LSU 102 points also set a new record for most points scored by a team in a women's championship game. Iowa star Caitlin Clark led all scorers with 30 points in the game, setting a new record for most points scored in a women's tournament in the process with 191. The 2023 National Player of the Year broke the previous women's record of 177 points set by Sheryl Swoopes in 1993 playing for Texas Tech. Swoopes set the record playing in 5 games compared to Clark's 6-game total. Hall of Fame coach Kim Mulkey was emotional during the game's final seconds as she secured LSU's first women's basketball championship in just her second year at the helm for the Tigers. "Coaches coach a lifetime, and this is the 4th time I've been blessed," an emotional Mulkey, having won her 4th ncaa women's basketball national championship after claiming 3 during her time at Baylor, told ESPN. "Never in the history of LSU basketball, men or women, have they ever played for a championship and to win it. I think my tears are tears of joy. I'm so happy for everyone back in Louisiana." The Tigers became just the 3rd no. 3-seeded team to win the title and the first since 1997. A crowd of 19,482 was in attendance to watch LSU victory. According to the ncaa, over 350,000 have turned out to watch the Women's March Madness, which is a record for the competition.
Reese has come to play. So the whistle went against Sonano. Underneath the hoop on that attempt from Clark. Here is Poole. She got it. Kateri Poole. Sonano gets it back to Clark with space. She got it. 3rd three of the quarter for Caitlin Clark. Here's Clark pedaling through. Sonano trying to get it back to her. Clark again. She's almost fictional at this point.
Alexis Morris is working so hard trying to defend Caitlin Clark.
Giving it up. Reese. Back to Johnson. Johnson gets ensnared by O'Grady. Can't wrap it in. Nice job to in. Again. Unlike everybody else who has 2, who has headed to the bench. Johnson over to Power. She will fire. And hit from 3. How about this shooting from LSU? Followed up by Johnson. Another chance for Carson. She dumps it down and Williams lays it in. Big second chance points there for LSU. So Clark, Sonano, Warnock all in with 2 fouls.
You asked about the defense, Ryan. Iowa in a man-to-man, a little bit closer.
Wow, how about this first half?
So impressed by the players from both of these teams and their ability to step in, meet the moment.
Jasmine Carson electrifying the LSU fans as Marshall lays it in. You know, Drea was talking about the struggles of Jasmine Carson, her shooting struggles. In this tournament, she had been 4 for 19 total. Poa knocks down the 3. Down 12. 14-second difference game in shot clock. Sonano bounces in traffic. Here comes Johnson off the steal. Flau'jae Johnson serves it in. Not only have they shot it well from the floor, they have shot it well from the free throw line, 10 of 11. That is not characteristic of them. Clark knocks down a 3.
Screen by Sonano. Williams switches out, but then retreats too quickly. You cannot retreat. You have to score on all of your possessions, or a great percentage of them.
Sonano looking for some space, able to finish, plus the foul. Williams gets whistled for the personal.
Yeah, with Sonano's left arm.
And Jasmine Carson in for LSU. Why not? Carson off the bench at 21 points in that first half. Warnock, they need it. They have it.
LSU has to be careful with their gambling on defense.
Sonano off the rebound. Thank you, Drea. Here's Clark. Marshall alone. Connects. Clark behind the back. Separates and hits.
Here in the third quarter.
If Iowa were to come back, it'd be the largest in title game history. Morris, nice pocket pass, and Williams on the finish.
Morris is so dangerous with the pull-up jumper. You have to help out on her, and she read it beautifully with that pass.
Clark playing with 3 fouls. Clark separates and knocks down another. A title game record 7-3 for Caitlin Clark.
And get this close, and it's really hard for them to make the shot. This is outstanding defense by Morris. Hand up right there, doesn't matter.
Now Iowa will go, getting it over to Marshall. Sonano wants it. Eyes up, finds Davis. Davis into the paint, surrounded, lays it in. Able to avoid Reese. That's a huge bucket for the diminutive Molly Davis. 71-64, LSU in front. You see the bench advantage. Morris gets a clean look. Can't hit. Reese on the offensive glass. Williams short. Rebound Clark. An opportunity here for Iowa. Here is Martin pushing pace. Martin gets some space and hits the 3. No closer. Now it's back down to 8. Morris leaning jumper is good. Alexis Morris, so clutch.
And especially off of the dribble, just needs a little bit of a screen, barely any space, and can make that shot all day long.
Both teams shooting a record or 34th double-double, most in Division I history. Here's Morris going to work again in the mid-range. She got it. Warnock can't hit the 3. Rebound batted around. Clark had to be careful. Here comes Morris, dashing, dishing. Williams finishing. Morris has 10 points, 9 assists. Carson had 21 points in the first half. Reese wants it. Using the jab step. Reese nuzzles in and finishes. Lead is back to 16. What a dime from Clark, and Warnock able to finish. Clark separates and knocks down a 3.
She heard you, Ryan. And Clark trying to shoot the team back into it on the previous possession. Comes off the screen and steps into the deep one.
Has it. Morris up in her space. Clark through the lane. Nice delivery, and O'Grady lays it in. 11-point game. Davis trying to apply it. Cannot. Angel Reese with 4 to shoot. Poole going for the dagger. You bet! Williams will back it out. Morris will let it fly. Why not? It's been that kind of night. Kim Mulkey, in year 2, has orchestrated.
Hi, Caitlin. Chad Lice, Dakota Des Moines Register. Obviously, foul trouble was a significant story in this ballgame. Can you talk through the 2 offensive fouls in the second quarter and then the technical foul in the third, please?
Yeah, obviously foul trouble, not really what you want in the national championship game, especially for our 2 seniors who have given so much to this program, and they have to sit the rest of finish their career on the bench. It's not something that they deserved by any means, and you know, I thought they called it very, very tight. I don't know about the 2 push-offs in the second quarter. I'm sure, you know, they saw that I pushed off and they called it whatnot, and then hit with the technical foul in the third for throwing the ball under the basket. And you know, sometimes that's how things go. And, you know, I thought all I could do was respond and come back out there and keep fighting and keep trying to help this team crawl back into the game. And, you know, I'm just proud of this group because we never gave up. We never, you know, we could have gone into halftime and been like, what do we do? But our halftime locker room was like, we're fine. We got this. We believe in one another. We have the offensive firepower to come out here and cause some damage. And, you know, I thought you showed our fight. It showed our fight, this team. And that's what the story has been all year long, is just a bunch of fight and mental toughness. And, yeah, you got to give a lot of credit to LSU. They played an outstanding game. And, you know, they made some tough threes, some tough jumpers off of, you know, ball screens, you know, and sometimes you have to live with them, with some of that. So, yeah.
We're going to stay to our left. Go ahead, Lindsay.
Lindsay Schnell, USA Today. Monica and Caitlin, I know it can be hard to be reflective at this point, right after you walk out of the locker room, but I wonder if both of you could speak to what Caitlin has done for the women's game over the last 3 weeks. You know, the numbers the other night were bonkers. A lot of people tuned in today, and I think that she probably single-handedly made a lot of little kids want to play basketball. And just how will that impact be felt next year and maybe the year after if she stays and beyond?
Yeah, I mean, she's a phenomenal basketball player. We all know that. She's proven it time and time again. But I think the biggest thing is the way she holds herself and the way she plays the game. She's doing it the right way. She's doing it the fun way. She's being a role model to little kids who want to grow up and be just like her. That's a great thing. So I think in these past 3 weeks, she's done so much, but it's not just these 3 weeks. She's been doing it, I mean, since she decided to play basketball. It's been a progression to this point. So we all know what a phenomenal basketball player she is, but it's the person she is behind it all that's inspiring these kids as well.
Thanks, Juan. I think just the biggest thing is, you know, it's really, really special, and I don't think it's going to set in for me for quite some time. I want my legacy to be the impact that I can have on young kids and the people in the state of Iowa. And I hope I brought them a lot of joy this season. I hope this team brought them a lot of joy. I understand we came up 1 win short, but I think we have a lot to be proud of and a lot to celebrate. And I was just that young girl, so all you have to do is dream, and you can be in moments like this.
We're going to take a question to our right in the front row.
Hi, Chloe Peterson, Daily Iowan. Despite losing, what does it mean for the program to just appear in the national championship game for the first time?
I think it's huge for us. It just shows the hard work that Coach Bluter and this coaching staff have been putting in. So it's long before this team did this. They're just doing it the right way. I keep saying it all the time, but we truly are a family. They've built something truly special there. I wouldn't have wanted to do this anywhere else with any other team, with any other group of people. So it's truly been an honor.
To our far back left-hand side, please.
Nancy Armour, USA Today Sports. Monica, you might have a little more freedom to address this, but this has been a phenomenal tournament. You guys were on ABC today. Numbers have been through the roof. And the officiating today was not great. The 37 fouls is a record for the tournament. What needs to be done? I mean, you know, does that hurt the women's game? And what would you like to see going forward?
Yeah, I don't really think that's a great question for me to answer, honestly. I'm going to leave that up to whatever powers may be, but we can't live in the past. All we can do is live in the moment. That game happened. Those calls were called. Going forward, we'll see what people decide to do about it, but as of right now, I'm just so proud of what this team has done despite adversity. Throughout the entire season, we've come out and just given it our all, and that's really all you can do in any of these situations is just put your heart into it and believe, and we did that.
To our right, Howard.
Howard Megdal with the Nets. Congratulations to you both on a terrific season. Caitlin, I'm hoping you to take me through the moment when Monica fouls out and you come over and share that moment with her. Obviously, your time with her was going to come to an end today, no matter what happened. Just what was said and what were you thinking in that moment?
Well, I was really bummed that, you know, somebody that has made me a really, really good player had to spend the last 5 minutes on the bench. I had 6 minutes on the bench, and somebody that has given so much to our program. And Monica's one of the most fun people to be around. She's goofy, and she deserved a little better than that. And Monica would tell you when she first got here, she never dreamed to be as good as she is. And I still don't think she realizes how good she is. And other people don't realize it either. She doesn't get the credit she deserves. And I told her after the game, you know, I'm nothing without you. She's made me a better person, a better basketball player. And I'm just really lucky that I was able to play with Mon and share a lot of really fun moments with her. I think we're one of the best post guard duos to ever play the game. And you know, I'm just lucky and grateful for the 3 years we had together.
We're going to stay to our right in that same row.
Jen Hadfield with the next. Just for either or both of you, you know, what kind of turned things around when you came out of the halftime locker room and went on that run?
Can we start with Monica?
Yeah, I mean, I think just the belief we had in the locker room. Nobody doubted. We know the offensive firepower we have. We know no game is unachievable for us. Unfortunately, it ended the way it did, but we're number one offense in the country. We have the means to get back into anything. So I think that was the talk coming in. Obviously, we knew on the defensive end we had to sharpen it up a little bit, and I think we did. We had stretches of that. Again, basketball is a game of runs, but I think we went on a pretty great one.
And Caitlin?
Yeah, I think it's just the belief in one another. We know how good our offense is, and we knew at the same time, you know, they might cool off a little bit. I'm not sure if they cooled off a little bit. You know, the story of the first half was, you know, number 2, she comes in, Carson, and makes quite a few shots and then ends it with a banked 3. And it's like, all right, but you just never hang your head. You just come out, keep fighting, and we just know it's only one possession at a time. You just got to get a stop, and we go down and score. And I think we cut it to 7 there eventually, but couldn't quite get over the hump. And, you know, having foul trouble can hinder you at times too. So proud of this team's fight because, you know, a lot of teams would probably hang their head and give up with a, you know, halftime deficit like that, but that wasn't what we're going to do.
We'll take a question to our far left, second row.
Lauren Moses of Valley Sports. Monica, during this game, Twitter was blowing up about how powerful your drop step is. And it's easy for Caitlin to talk highly about your game, just seeing you progress. But how would you describe the mark that you left on this tournament, the NCAA tournament this year?
Yeah, I mean, I just hope people saw how much fun I played with. I love this game, but I love it for the team. Basketball's fun to me, but I didn't even like it all the time growing up. But I loved being on a team and feeling like a part of something, and that's what I felt here at Iowa. So I'm glad people like my drop step. I worked hard on it, so did she. Yeah, I think it's just, it's more, it's the whole legacy we have here. So yeah, I don't even know what I just said, but go for it.
We're going to stay to our left, back row.
JC Christian, ESPN's Anscape. Caitlin, talk to me about, you know, you set the record for the most three-pointers made in the NCAA tournament. You know, you guys had a timeout after that. Talk to me about what you were feeling when you dropped that last three-pointer.
Honestly, I didn't know that. I don't know. I just think, well, first of all, I probably could have attacked the rim a little bit more than I did tonight. But I thought they played really good defense. I thought they had people waiting in the paint for me a little more than South Carolina did. You know, it took some there at the end of the game that you just kind of have to get up in hopes of, you know, drawing your team back close. But it certainly helps breaking a record, you know, when you get to play the maximum amount of games in a season. And that's what I'm proud of is this group, you know, we got to play, you know, the entire time. And I think that's what bums me out the most about this is, you know, I knew this was our last 40 minutes together, and I was just trying to cherish it. And yeah, I'm sad that we lost, don't get me wrong, but I'm more sad that I don't get to come back to practice with my best friends tomorrow, and that really stinks.
We'll stay to our left-hand side.
Lindsay with USA Today again. Caitlin, can you tell us at the end of the game what happened? There's a lot blown up on Twitter about Angel Reese following you around, pointing to her ring finger and taunting you. Honestly, I have no idea. I was just trying to get to the handshake line and shake hands and, you know, be grateful that my team was in that position. You know, that's all you can do is, you know, hold your head high, be proud of what you did, and, you know, all the credit in the world to LSU. You know, they were tremendous. They deserve it. They had a tremendous season. Kim Mulkey coached them so well. You know, she's one of the best basketball coaches of all time, and it shows. And she only said really kind things to me in the handshake line, so I'm very grateful for that too. But honestly, I have no idea. And I was just trying to, you know, spend the last few moments on the court with, especially the 5 people that I've started 93 games with, and relishing every second of that.
At this time, we're going to take a virtual question. Joshua Louder, your line is unmuted and you are able to speak. Please unmute your line.
Joshua Louder Television Network. My question for the student athletes is, how will this loss motivate you for what lies ahead that's next?
Caitlin, if you can go first.
Yeah, I think, you know, I'm not really worried about what's next right now. I'm just going to enjoy what we did. We made history, and there's a lot to be proud of. There's a lot to reflect on. These last couple weeks, 3 weeks, have been crazy, to say the least, and I'm just thankful that I got to be on this journey with these people. And I think more than anything, you know, we're losing 2 seniors that gave their heart and soul to this program, and you know, obviously, I think they set a really good example for other people that we have in that locker room of what it takes to be able to play on this at this level on this stage. And you know, I'm really grateful that, you know, that's what they did, because you know, we have to bring people along and bring people up to, you know, get back to this point. You know, this is our goal every single year. You know, we're not just going to be satisfied with making it here one time, but at the same time, you know, I'm not worried about what's next right now. It's been a really long, really fun season with this group, and you know, I just need to take some time to reflect and appreciate, you know, all that's come with it.
We'll take another question virtually. This is Gabriella Lewis from The Next. Gabriella, your line is unmuted and you're able to speak.
Gabrielle Lewis, The Next. You know, I don't know if y'all have been asked about this yet, but over 6 million people tuning in to the last round. You know, can you speak to that, the growth of the game, and you know, I'm sure the numbers will be even higher tonight of what that means to have such a historic viewing.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. This is the game we love, and seeing it get the recognition it deserves is obviously super rewarding. It's about time women's basketball gets this kind of viewership, and it can only go up. So I'm super excited. I'm super proud to be part of the team that gets to be a part of this, that gets to be a part of this journey. My 5 years here, I've seen the game grow in a way I never thought it could. So I'm just super grateful that the sport that we love and we're giving our heart to, so many people are also tuning in and loving it just as much.
One additional question from our virtual. Matt, your line is open. Please state your name and affiliation.
Yes, Matt Treknelli with Herb FM Sports Radio, and this is for both Monica and Caitlin. First of all, congrats on a phenomenal season and also tournament. But how were you able to overcome obstacles throughout the season, and what successes did both of you experience?
We can start with Monica.
Yeah, I mean, right now I honestly can't even remember all the adversity we faced, but I just know that me as a person, I'm a better woman, a better person because of this coaching staff and because of this team. I've grown individually, not even considering basketball, in a way I never thought I could, and that's just a credit to my teammates and my coaches. I keep saying it, but I wouldn't want to be anywhere else because I wouldn't be who I am now, and it's the best version of myself. So I'm super proud of everybody. And I wouldn't have wanted to do it any other place.
We're going to take our last question to our right for the student athletes.
Hey guys, Remy with the New York Times. Congrats on an incredible season. I just want to go back to what you just said, Monica, about it's about time. This is for both of you. What would you say to people who are just tuning in now to this incredible sport?
Buckle up. I mean, it's only going to get more exciting and more fun. The game is evolving in such a great way. I'm glad you're tuning in now, but keep it up.
Yeah, I think the same. I think once people really turn on the TV or come and sit in the seat, they see how good the product is and how fun the game is. And our team plays it the right way. They play basketball the right way, and they have a lot of fun doing it. But at the same time, they understand there's more to life than just basketball. And I think that's the biggest thing, is just when people come and watch and understand the game, they see how fun and how great the product is, and they keep coming back for more. So it doesn't